Oh, fuck, I've not been recording. Okay, I thought I'd been recording all this time, so I've been talking to myself out here in a graveyard for no reason. So I'm in the Jonesboro Cemetery, and I'm roaming around with my IR camera. And right now we're in the shadowy part, so the ground is very mottled. I'm going to go revisit a couple of anomalies that, I don't know if that's what you want to call it, but there were some intensely cold spots comparatively speaking. And one is right at the base of this. You can still see how cold it looks. And this is Sue Taylor. She is the wife of Reverend James G. Mason. She was born June 10th, 1843, and she died on Valentine's Day in 1875. And man, it is cold. Like, this is the coldest thing around that I can see. I mean, over there, that's deep in shadow, and it's probably not any sun yet today, but this, I mean, it's actually got sun on it, so I don't know why it's so cold. It's kind of weird. And just to point out, there's a stump over here. There's two things. There's that right here. This thing is a stump, and it's very warm. And then there was a spot in the ground that was strangely warm. Let me find that. See if it's still strangely warm. That's a house. So that's the stump. And then yeah, looking a little different now. Kind of evening out. I'm not going to say that's weird anymore. Not that it was weird, just you see things and you can't. Oh, this is the one. So what I don't understand is you got the green grass here and you got green grass here, and then here, this spot, the grass is bleached white and dried out. And it's very hot there. And I don't know why this particular spot should be so hot, but there it is. This is the graveyard where I photographed what I call Eddie, because it looked like a fellow in 18th century dress with like a cape and those white ruffly things that they wore. I don't know what those are called, I forget. Somewhere back in this tree line, like peeking around a tree. And the face on the thing though was messed up, and it looked like Eddie from Iron Maiden. So I just call it Eddie. Also, you may notice in this video that there's like sort of lines that overlay, sort of like an embossing effect. That is a visual overlay that lays over the heat signature to try to, to kind of give you some idea of what you're looking at while you go through the video. So it's a little bench that you can sit on. There's it's just a little fenced in area. It's weird how one headstone will be warm and the next one will be cold. I think this one, it's hard to point. This one here, which is warm, looks like it's gray granite, and this one almost looks like white limestone, so it's more reflective, which could be why. Another bleached out spot. It's odd. Anyway, I'm going to wander back toward this tree line, just see if, whoa, something's bright there. What the hell is that? I'll walk toward it. See what's giving off so much heat. Weird things, doesn't look like there's anything there. Oh, I see. So it's a section of this fence line. If I go like this, you can see where the sun's been hitting the iron fence. It's warm, but when you change the angle, all that warmth gets concentrated into a little white hot little looking thing. Okay, these are all in shadow here, so that's why one side looks cold. And what is this? It's got like a pile of broken headstones leaning against a tree. It's not very reverent, is it? It says, very hard to read. Somebody was born in 1819 and died in 1876, and they were a mason. I think maybe this tree root pushed it out and interrupted it. Okay, so I don't see any spooks in the tree line, so no big cold entities wandering around, nor hot ones. Well, technically I'm a warm entity wandering around, but that's not what I meant. This is a big grassy area, not much in it. This is another spot with dried out grass. I don't know, maybe the white just reflects more sunlight, or it's dried out. I don't know. That could be too. You may also notice that the heat thing doesn't line up with the picture thing. That is a known problem of this IR device. Lucy Lampton, 1862 to 1866. She was 4. You got some bad luck, Lucy. Sorry. I know I'm doing this like in the broad daylight, but you can't tell, but I am. And I just don't see any reason that spooks would only be visible in the daylight or at night, you know. Well, Sue Tyler, wife of Reverend Mason, your grave is still cold as fuck. Weird. Guess I'll look at some of these little penned areas. Penned, fenced, whatever. Yes, we keep our graves in a pen so they can play. Those bright triangles are somebody's, they have a light-colored roof on their house. Shingles. There's a bench. I'm not really feeling like sitting down, but I could. James H. Dosser. Someone felt strongly about Mr. Dosser and gave him a big stone. Or maybe they had mild feelings for Mr. Dosser but lots of money and just felt like showing off. Could be too. Ooh. Let's see, there's a piece of fencing a tree landed on here. It's kind of bent. (1806) to 1884. I guess that's pretty good for back then, right? It's just a marble slab laying on the ground. The headstone I can't read, and can't read the... I mean, if we did a rubbing of that, we could read it, but I can't read it. Excuse me, folks. I'm sure this video is going to be giant. I'll have to put it on YouTube. Can't really send this kind of thing to people. Well, you got a little lump that you're buried under. How come you rated a lump? Very lumpy indeed. I think what would be interesting at night is that this would be, and it says dusk to dawn, so I don't know if I can really come back here at night, but it would be easier to use the IR in terms of if there's something anomalous. It's a lot harder to tell because right now it's all sunshine and shadows, which makes heat signatures go all over the place. And not like I'm really expecting to see anything. It's just, you know, I got a weird photo here, so let's come back and aim some IR at it, see what happens. Okay, I guess that's it. Any spooks, any ghosts, anybody want to come and talk to me, now's the time. Or just, you know, pop up out of the ground, make a dark spot, a white spot, I don't care. Be you warm or cold. I'm not judgmental. Anyone? 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 Going once, going twice. All right, goodbye.